What's up, YouTube? I'm Derrick T, and we're back in the house. The weather in Pittsburgh is starting to cool down a little bit, and it's raining. So we're back in the house, and I did a short video the other day because I was having an audio problem in my helmet setup here. And so I have this Bell helmet with a transition lens that I've really come to enjoy riding with. The one, I think it's about a week ago now, the one day I was out, went out, had a beautiful ride, came home, took the memory card out of the GoPro, put it in the computer, got ready to start working on editing the video, and the audio was horrible. A lot of wind noise, and the vocal was just kind of like in and out. And then also the noise canceling wasn't there, so you heard the bike more than you heard me, which was unusual. If you go back and look at and listen to my other videos, that was unusual, so I couldn't use any of the footage. Maybe it'll become a B-reel one day. I have quite a few gadgets in front of me, and I'm kind of looking around to see what all I can show you. I don't see what I'm looking for right away though, but nonetheless, I want to take you all through what I believe to be the problem, and then how I'm going to fix it. Okay, so I told you before in another video that I actually have not one but 3 GoPros. I have the first one that's not here right now. I'll put it up on your screen. Is the GoPro Max 360. I keep that mounted on the handlebars, and that gives me a great 360 view and some good B-reel footage for the videos, aiming at me and then also aiming out at the road. And so I'm able to use the GoPro Quick app, and you motovloggers who know the GoPro Max 360 know what I'm talking about. I have the GoPro Hero 7 Black, which is the primary, by the way, it's the primary camera that I put in here. Alrighty, in my helmet I have the GoPro mounting case that allows for you to have this GoPro mount audio adapter. You all who use GoPros, you know that you have to have this in order to get any audio, going to the GoPro. And so I also have 2 microphones. They are right here and right here. There's a Y splitter. The one microphone is just inside of my cheek pad. Okay, hard to see, but you just gotta believe me when I say it's inside of here. And then the other one is back near my ear. It's on top of the speaker for the Sena, so that you can hear the incoming audio as well as the outgoing audio. All right, this just plugs into the side of the GoPro, and this plugs into, she could do that right now, into the audio adapter, and I'm good to go. This, by the way, is the GoPro Hero 7 Black that I used, and this one is the GoPro Hero Silver that I also use. Like I said, the black, it usually goes inside of here. And then what I've been doing was, I have this handheld gimbal for when I get off the bike, and I usually use the GoPro Silver for that one. I just slide it into the case, and then I have a handheld application, so I'm using 2 different cameras, kind of spreading the energy around. And then I also can mount my phone here, which acts as a 3rd camera. So while I'm recording with this, I actually have a camera facing me and the GoPro facing out, and so it just kind of works for the kind of recording that I like to do. However, here's the problem that I ran into. I'm gonna put that down right there. A few days ago, I was out in the garage and I was working, and I dropped my GoPro Hero 7 Black. I don't know if you all can, how well you all can see that, but did a pretty good number on the screen. All right, and originally, there you go, that's a good angle. Originally, I thought that the only thing that happened was I damaged the screen, which I'm feeling some kind of way about, because, you know, GoPros are not cheap cameras. But, you know, if I'm still using it in this application on the helmet, I don't really have much access to the screen anyway, based on where it's mounted. And so I was using my phone and the GoPro Quick app more as a screen than I am the screen actually on here. All right, so I actually thought that this was the only problem, but upon further investigation, I do believe that there are some more parts inside of the camera that are damaged, and that was why the audio wasn't coming through well. I do believe that to be the problem. So I do think that this still has use. I'm going to switch this over and let that be the handheld application. All right, and you know, I'll be able to get audio a different way using a handheld operation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the GoPro Hero 7. This is the Hero 7 Silver, and this is going to become my new outward facing camera. Now there are some differences, all right, and I actually didn't know this. I figured a Hero 7 is a Hero 7, but not so much. Here's the major difference, is that for the Hero 7 Black, it has a battery compartment. The Hero 7 Silver doesn't. So in order to, now you all know, GoPros are notoriously terrible with batteries. And so all of the extra batteries that I have are really no good for this. I have to find a way to keep this charged while I'm still recording. All right, as it stands right now, I might get a good 60 minutes of recording, and then I'm having to pull over, and instead of swapping batteries, now I got to pull over and somehow charge this, or I'm just done recording on this until a later time. And so I have to find a way to record with this camera for hours at a time, with an extended battery life, and keep it charged at the same time. All right, so that's what today's project is. All right, today's project is we're going to add a battery pack and a connecting cable to the helmet, where we can run a wire here to the side of the GoPro, and we'll place it inside of here. We'll have power going to the battery pack, and the battery pack, I'll show you this. It's kind of an unboxing here, and I'll leave a link to this in the description. This is the Anker. The model number is the Power Core Select 10,000. All right, down here. That's looking backwards on the camera. So I'll make sure that I put a link to this product in the description. By the way, all my links to all of the products that I use, that I put down in the description, they are my Amazon affiliate links. And so if you choose to use those links to purchase those things, you'd be supporting the channel, which I greatly appreciate. And if not, no worries, you can jump on Amazon and find these products for yourself. All right, okay. So first things first, I'm going to unbox the battery pack. Okay, so here I am unboxing the battery pack, and like I said, this is the Anker Power Core Select 10,000 is what I chose here. Instead of using the Hero 7, because I don't have any batteries to use between the 7 Black and the 7 Silver, got to get extra power on here. We're going to take this and we're going to mount it on the back of the helmet. We're going to mount it upside down so the wire will run right up into it. Alrighty, it has two USB inputs and a micro in order to charge it, so I'll be able to charge this when I bring the helmet inside, just like any of my other gadgets. All right, so in order to run a cable that's long enough, because it does come with a cable here, not long enough though, so I went out and I bought a 3-foot USB-C. cable. All right, and so I'll get that cut open in just a minute, and like I said, we'll run it along the side of the helmet to the back. All right, for this purpose, we're going to go along the back here, and the anchor is going to, by the time we get done, the goal is for it to just sit like this on the back of the helmet. All right, in order to do that, I'm going to use a couple things. This is a product by Locktite. This is mounting putty. The person who I actually got this idea from used Sugru. My problem with the Sugru is absolutely no problem with it at all. I've never used it before, but I didn't go with Sugru because I couldn't find it in a local store, and I didn't feel like waiting 2 days for Amazon to deliver it. Kind of wanted to do it tonight, so I'm not using Sugru, using Locktite instead. And when you open this and you start to manipulate it, it will become, I'm going to clean this surface really good, but eventually it will cure into place and hold into place. And then what I'm going to do is secure it with JP Weld, so that you don't see a lot of blue, you know, kind of stuck underneath the helmet. You know, the blue doesn't really fit anything on the helmet, and so we'll seal it with JP Weld. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to start working with the mounting putty and get it adhered, affixed rather, to the helmet, and I'll be right back with you. All right, YouTube, that wasn't terribly difficult to do. Again, I used the Locktite mounting putty that's right here. I had 2 packs of this, and each pack had 5 of these blue strips in it. So I have 3 left over, which means there are 8 strips that I ended up using all together. I made a complete covering on the back of the battery pack, and then I adhered it to the helmet, and I've really just kind of been spending maybe the last 30 or 40 minutes just really manipulating it. It's like a Play-Doh basically, but making sure that enough of it is touching the helmet and that there are no blank spaces or empty spaces between the putty line and the actual battery pack. I don't want any water to get in between that or anything like that. So it's a pretty solid. I mean, I've been working with it for about 30 minutes now, and I mean, this thing ain't going nowhere, and it's nowhere near cured yet. And so when it actually cures, I mean, it's going to be a rock solid connection. Now I'm going to take it just a step farther, because like I said, this blue looks really tacky. That's the difference. I guess that's where my patience got the best of me, because if I would have just ordered the Sugru on Amazon, it comes in black and I'd be a step ahead of the game. As it stands right now, I'm going to need to go and grab some JP Weld, which I know is black, and a paintbrush, and I'm going to paintbrush along all of the blue and really just kind of clear it up and make it look a little bit more blended into the back of the helmet. All right, so that's my plan for getting power to the GoPro up front. I'm also going to cover up this yellow sticker that I should have taken off the helmet before I put that on there, but it's too late now. But when I get the JP Weld, I'll make sure I go over that in black. All right, I'll be right back with you in just a little bit. All right, everybody. Again, like I said, I've been kind of working with the putty here for a little while now. I mean, this thing is going absolutely nowhere. I mean, I'd have to really work with it to get it off of here, which I'm liking. The only thing I don't like I said, is the blue, and I got a plan for that. This is my USB-C that I'm going to use with the battery pack. So just going to run the USB there, and then I'm going to run the cord along the inner shell of the helmet. I was a little skeptical about having a 3-foot cord because I thought I might need more slack than that, but actually the 3-foot cord is plenty. It's actually plenty of slack, and you don't want to have too much because then you gotta tie it up and all that other stuff, and then what you end up having is a big knot of wires that you don't really want to have. So no, this is perfect. And actually I'm starting to think, as I oftentimes do, I tend to have thoughts while I'm doing a thing, but I'm thinking that this USB-C, I'm actually thinking that I might be able to charge the battery pack when it's not in use. Pull it out of the GoPro, put a brick on the end of it, like the one that I use to charge my iPhone, and plug it right into the wall. So we'll see how that works. If not, there's a micro USB on the end of that, and it came with a cord that I can use to charge the battery pack. But either way, we won't have too much issue with that at all. Let's see. I'm gonna need the camera at this point. I'm just gonna pop the camera in to the case here very quickly so I know. And that's my audio. All right, you all, so the GoPro Hero 7 Silver is now the main camera on the front of my helmet. What I thought I was going to get a chance to do, and I didn't even realize this until right now, is kind of a scary moment because I put this contraption on the back of the helmet. There's only one USB over here, and that's the audio. So, but it has the audio port actually has a USB next to it, and so now I have the regular microphones, the Y splitter that I've showed you before, and then I also have the USB plugged in there as well, and all the wires are tucked very, very neatly away, you know. So except for there are 3, but there's 1, there's 2, and here's 3, and these actually I can live with being the way that they are because they kind of have to be. Alrighty, but that's the front of the helmet. Still have the Sena 20s EVO, and here is my new battery pack on the back of the helmet. Why I'm excited about this is because if I take the box and you go right up here in the corner, I know that's backwards to you all, but that says 46 plus hours that I get to use this battery pack. So that's at least 2 days worth of power that I get to have while I'm recording. I no longer have to stop and swap out batteries. As a matter of fact, I don't even have to carry that many with me. Like I said, I'll be using this one in my handheld application from now on. It is a GoPro, and it still does take really, really good quality video. It's just that the audio is damaged, and so with the way that I use my handheld, like I said, I'll drop this in here like so, and then that's designed to hold my phone in place, and you know, I get double recordings that way when I'm off the bike. So that's how not to waste a broken GoPro, so to speak. All right, so last step in the process is, like I said, JP Weld. And yeah, we're gonna JP Weld all the way around the blue parts, so it blends, so the black blends in, and I get another layer of protection and another layer of adhesion to the helmet, even though this just is not going anywhere. Alrighty, so here's the final step. I've already taken some JB Weld here, and I've mixed it up in my handy dandy little plastic cup. This stuff does not smell particularly pleasant. And I've just got a couple of little tiny paint brushes here that I stole from my kids. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all of the blue with the JB Weld, excuse me. And yep, see how it works out. I'll be back with you and I'll show you the end product. All right, everybody, this is the final product. It will look a lot better when the JB Weld cures, but I'll clean this up just a little bit, and there's the underside. So everything works as it should, and just turn the help. I've got the USB right here, and the mic's going right there, and all of the wires tucked neatly behind the camera there. All right, so and actually the USB wire is running underneath here back to the battery pack. So now I have a whole lot of recording time. Now the box says 46 hours. I don't know if that's 46 GoPro hours or not, but it's definitely more than the 90 minutes that I would definitely only have. And then even if this were to run out, I still have the GoPro's actual internal battery at 100% starting at that point. So I have plenty of power and recording ability now without having to worry about, slide that back in there, without having to worry about the battery running out. All right, so hey, that was my solution to the GoPro Hero 7 and me not having to carry batteries for it anymore. I'm Derrick T, and I'll see you all in the next video.